So a friend of mine at work actually asked me yesterday, "Hey, you want to go see Alien this weekend?" And I'm like, don't you mean Life?" And he's just like, "Oh, yeah, that too." And I'm just like, I'd like to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not. Hi, I'm Tyler, and I'm here to let you know that life is no perfect movie. And it's really just not perfect in general. Life sucks sometimes. So in Life, a six-member crew aboard the International Space Station played by Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, Hiroyuki Sanada, Ariori Bakari, and Olga Dehovichnaya, I hope I got that right, if I didn't, I apologize, received this little sample from Mars that is this small contained organism that is hailed as the first proof of life outside of Earth. But once this organism begins growing rapidly, more intelligent, and more hostile, it's up to the crew to prevent this organism from escaping and landing on Earth, where it could present a major threat to all of mankind. As a director, Daniel Espinosa does direct a competently made space thriller, even though many visuals or filmmaking techniques are reminiscent of previous outer space movies. Aside from the plot of an alien attacking a group of people in outer space very similar to Alien, there are scenes where characters are floating through space that are portrayed in beautiful wide shots and extended long takes of actors wearing wires on set through these really tight corners of the space station as opposed to in front of a green screen, or these POV shots of the creature crawling through the ship or of an escape pod taking off that make you feel as if you're really in the moment, that are very much in the vein of Gravity. And even though there are scenes featuring red lighting or characters floating lifelessly into the black abyss that are a little too similar to 2001, they still create an atmosphere that feels unfamiliar to the audience and therefore much more claustrophobic. Out of all the characters in the film, the one I latched onto the most was Jake Gyllenhaal. As the astronaut with the most experience in space out of all the other characters, you can easily identify with how he chooses to deal with the creature and protect his fellow crew members at all costs. And he also had the most interesting backstory revolving around why he chooses to stay in space so much and the things that he's seen from being in the military previously that makes him want to distance himself completely from the rest of humanity. And more importantly, why it matters to him so much that this creature should never make it to Earth. Now, fun fact for those of you who don't know, this movie is actually written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, I hope I got those names correctly, the same two screenwriters who wrote Deadpool. Now, you're probably already wondering why in the hell they went from Deadpool to an Alien knockoff. But to their credit, there are interesting themes that this film is trying to portray. Both the main characters and the creature have the same goal of doing anything they can to survive, only the creature is doing it just for itself, and the astronauts are trying to protect mankind. And the astronauts even say to each other, this creature doesn't really hate us, but it has to kill us. It needs food, it needs water, it needs oxygen, it needs anything it can to keep on growing and keep thriving. But the film also raises an interesting point in that this wouldn't have happened if they hadn't even had to receive that organism from Mars in the first place. And it's a refreshing take on how furthering humanity's technology and science can be a downfall, particularly in the jaw-dropping ending to this movie where, I'll only say this, it reminded me a lot of Little Shop of Horrors. And if you've seen the movie and know plenty about it, chances are you probably know what I mean. Unfortunately, the thing that keeps these themes from being particularly engaging is the lack of time given to the characters. To be fair, the actors all give good performances, and they're given traits that make them stand out amongst each other, like one astronaut who is disabled and takes great pride in studying an organism that can learn and grow at a fast pace, or one astronaut who's a new father. But these traits are portrayed in scenes that only feel like they're 2 minutes, and they only consist of two characters going back and forth, asking each other questions, and answering back. How does that make you feel? I feel this. It makes me feel that. And the dialogue feels really expository, it doesn't always sound very naturalistic, and because we're not given enough time to really let the emotions sink into us, to feel what they're feeling, or see their lives before they even enter into space, it's hard to fear for their safety when they're in peril or they're about to die. Life is a well-directed, well-acted, and well-intended sci-fi horror film that could have been so much better with more time given to build stronger, more memorable characters, and less reminders of space thrillers that came before this one. And for that reason, I'm going to give Life a 3 out of 5. Guys, thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out my other reviews at NoPerfectMovie.com. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to be having my review for Power Rangers up. And once again, thank you all very much for watching. Take care.